Well, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is the 8th of August, and we are at the end of the week. Boy, I tell you, these weeks really go by fast. I tell you, they do. They go by quickly. So, we are in the painting stage on this scene. We just got a couple of frames painted here, so we're just going to keep going. Let's see where we are here, yeah. So, we have all of our we have all of our colors kind of set, and we're just going to move forward with our inking. We've also got our layers set for, you know, uh, where we're doing our cleanup line, ink line, and so we're just moving smoothly forward on that. Last time I mentioned that when you're in this stage, cleanup, inking, and all that, Um, the luck you have is that you don't need to flip or roll your drawings to make sure that there is consistency in your line in the same way you would if you were doing cleanup and something was going to be later on Xeroxed and painted on a cell or something. It's a very different thing. The digital format, well, actually, to be honest, any cleanup past just doing it for, say, cell animation. If you do something straight along, like I'm doing, where I'm inking and cleaning up each panel as I come to it, the eye cannot see or does not notice little things in the final image so much, because if you're doing it straight along, like I said, you don't really see it very often. I mean, you'd have to make some pretty intentionally big mistakes in order for you to see it as the animation is moving forward or being, shown in real time. So as long as you trace your image as carefully as you can, there is no reason to worry about making comparisons between frames in the same way you would if you were doing in-betweens or if you were cleaning something up on paper. You don't have to be as careful with it as you would be if you were working on paper. So that's nice. Um, Saves you some, a little bit of worry and, well, anxiety and stuff, that you would probably have if you were inking it by hand and doing it for, if it was going to be, like I said, done on paper, or if it were going to be Xeroxed on a cell or something like that, then you might be more likely to want to try to get the line weights to be similar. But digitally, I think you're kind of safe. You're in sort of a safe zone where you can kind of get away with a little bit more. So from that standpoint, that has advantages, obviously. So, and it's not to encourage you to be lazy or anything. It's just basically saying that you do have the latitude of, you know, not having to worry so much about it as you would if you were working on paper. So the digital setup has definitely um, given us a lot of flexibility. You also may notice that as I'm doing cleanup on this, that since some of these images are being painted, like the shirt, for instance, like I don't have to ink this little line in here. I mean, I will. I'll go ahead and do it. But it's going to end up being the same color as the shirt. So when you have a situation like that, then there really isn't much of a reason to, you know, color it, because it's just all going to be the same color anyway. So anything that can save you time is something you should do. So you take advantage of every scenario where you can. You take advantage of it. And there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's just smart. You know, animation is so labor intensive that anything that you can do that will make your job easier, you should do it. And you shouldn't feel the slightest bit bad about it. It's all right, completely fine to take advantage of any and every opportunity that you have to ease the workflow for yourself. Go right ahead and, do it and feel good about yourself. um, I have been talking about the possibility of doing a copy paste on some color. I have yet to explore that in any great depth. I have not done it yet. There's a part of me that is still a little bit reticent to do it. So, yeah, haven't done it yet. So, I'm holding off on this one, on that one. Not really sure why I'm holding off on it. I haven't really come up with a real good reason. I haven't come up with a good reason. Because the more I am thinking that maybe it would be fine, and it might be. So we'll see. Let's see. There we go. Let's see. Well, we know that's the same head going from there to there. Shall we try it? Well, there we go. So we're going to grab this head that's in color. We're going to copy it, go to the next frame, and paste it, and move it. This is going to be tricky because you got to make sure it's in there right. Wow, look at that. Wow. Let's see. Let me erase out the edges of the arm there. Let's see here. Boy, that doesn't look so bad. That actually looks pretty good. Now see, here's your issue right here. See where you got your colors running up against each other. Yeah, so you'd have to, let's see. But that's not bad. Of course, now, I don't know about the eyes. Yeah, I guess the eyes are okay. Yeah, I guess the only thing I could see here that might be a bit of a problem might be that if you were, when you're doing your in-betweens, I could see how you might, there might be a little bit of a problem with, let's say you copied ahead, right? But you move the eyes a little bit in an in-between. Then what? Then you're kind of, I mean, they may not be in the exact right place. But I don't know, I guess you could certainly, work around that, I guess. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Well, you just found out with me, good people. We found out at the same time. Yeah, it does work. It looks like it works pretty good. I'm glad I tested it out on the head. I mean, the head is a good test because that's a pretty complicated image. And if it works on a head, which is a complicated image, then it should work, on other things just fine. Yeah. Hmm. Well, well. Yeah, maybe we're onto something here. Maybe we are onto something. I guess also trying to keep let's see. Right. Well, one thing you got to be careful about is you got to be careful. Um, oh gosh, what am I trying to say? Let's see here. Drop this down to 100. Oh, well, yeah, Gosh, you know what? Yeah, I mean, like, what's to say you couldn't? Wow, look at that. Wow. I could grab this, all of that, and copy it, and paste it. Wow. Well, well, what do you know? So then you just finish this off here, bring it up to there. Oh, wait a minute, I got the wrong color. Durr. Red, oh boy. Yeah, there we go. So then, paint bucket on the red. Oh, that must have been yeah, it was pink in there. So that should be red. Right. Bucket. Color on the hands. Let's see. Bucket. Paintbrush. Bucket shirt. Bucket pants. Back to the shirt. Well, let's see. What do we have there? Is that? It's a little map. Let's see. Brush. Boom. It's the easiest way to fix that. It's on top. Okay. Okay. Well, that worked pretty good. Okay, now see there the head changes, so you can't do anything about that one. That one you'd have to trace. Okay, where are we time-wise? Oh, we're good. Okay. Well, anyways, that's not bad. Not too shabby. All right. Well, fan me with a brick, as we say. I guess that's not a bad way to go. If you know you have repeated heads and that you know that it's going to be identical and you can copy it, why not? Why not? Okay. Yeah. Why not? Because you're not gonna see it in the as it's moving. You're not gonna see any errors there. In fact, if anything, you will see nothing. There will be no error that you will see at all. It'll just be right. So that has advantages. That's a good thing. Let's see. Yeah, definitely a good thing. Save ourselves some work, shall we? Why not? Let's do what makes the most sense and save ourselves work. Right? Right. Okay. On the shirt. Underneath, right. Okay. There. Right. Oops. And there. Okay, black for the hand. Alright. Black for the hand. Go. Right. Pants color. Very nice. Okay, black for the hand again. There. And, okay. 2, 3. Brush. There. And there. Brush stroke. In here. Red. There. Okay. 100. Okay. And, right. Let's see. Skin. Dink. Lips. Hair. Shirt. Pants. Brush. Grab the paint area. Copy. Paste. Okay. Can I put that up? Let's see. Okay, right there. Red. Paint bucket. Okay. Thing popping through. Little places. Okay, that looks good. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, now see here we've got another frame that's very similar to that one. So let's see, we should be able to, yeah, I think. Well, let's see what happens. We'll go how much time we got here. Let's do one. So we'll grab the head here, copy, paste, and we'll move it. See if we can get it in the right spot. I think that's right. Let's flip it. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Let's see where we failed it. Okay. So, make a hollow point on the eraser so that it's solid. Okay. Okay, so color on that. Let's see. So we got that down there. Okay. Here. Got the shirt color. I tend to only do the, I think the copy paste is only, like I said, should work only on things that are a little difficult to draw, like faces and hands and things like that. Obviously, you could do it on anything. You know, it certainly seems that way. You know, but I would say you might want to you might just have to be careful about it because, yeah, I mean, you know, because it is difficult. I mean, if something's in color, and let's say there's a slightly different thing on a drawing somewhere that you might need a light box to be able to see through the drawing. You know, if it's in color, you can't do that. You know, so just be aware that while the copy pasting thing is certainly a salvation, no question about that. Just be aware that there's some drawbacks to it. So some of that you're probably not going to see until you start using it. Like I just, you know, you guys are with me on this today. This is the first time that I can recall that I've done the copy paste on a color section. And it's working great. So so in my mind, it's like, well, just keep doing it, man, if it's working, you know. So I am. I'm going to keep doing it. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, 100. Yeah, I think you just got to sort of pick your battles on this. Let's see. So on the color here, grab all of this, copy, paste. Yeah, you see how it kind of goes outside that line there. I guess what I might want to do here is erase a little bit there to match it up. So, yeah. All right, paint bucket, skin color. Shirt. Pants. Brush. Paint. Okay. And obviously you got to always go back and look for the little places where something is not complete or the white showing through or something like that. You got to watch out for the little areas. I mean, you're going to notice them. You know, as artists, we notice little details. Save. We do. You know, I mean, it's not like you're not going to see it. Well, it's coming along nicely. We're almost halfway done with the scene. All right. Well, we're at 25, so we'll stop here. All right, folks, have a beautiful weekend. Once again, don't forget to thank God for the talents and gifts that He has given you. Don't let a day go by without taking time to love the Lord and let Him know and spend time with Him. You know, if you spend time with your friends and family, how much more should you spend time with God who loves you and made sure that you had life? So let's give Him the praise, the honor, and the glory that He deserves. I thank you for another good day, Father. I'll see you guys on Monday. And don't forget, Jesus is Lord.